Welcome to Moving Forward, sponsored by MPW Mocklink TV and Mocklink Internet, online at mpw.org. Each weekday morning, our local talk segment brings you the people who are helping move our community forward. Let's start the show.
Good morning, AM 860 FM 95.1 KWPC. I'm Jordan Davis. Thanks for joining us this morning once again for Moving Forward. As always, brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. They've got some new stuff. Try it before you buy it. Go and check it out. mpnw.org. Before you buy almost anything, you try it first, right? So why not? Internet, TV, and phone service with Mocklink. You can try it before you buy it. A whole month of any new service on MPNW. Details at mpw.org. Again, I'm Jordan Davis. Thanks for joining us here for Moving Forward. What is it today? February 20th. I cannot believe how quickly time is rolling right past us, and it does not seem like this winter is ever going to end. Michelle Burns in the studio with me this morning. How are you this morning, Michelle?
Good. I am ready for winter to be over as well.
Yeah.
It's icy out there this morning.
Yeah, it's still miserable, folks. If you're going to be out and about, you just walked in. Is it still coming down?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oof. Yeah, I'm tired of that because that's scary. That when I walked out and I cleared the walkways here at the station in the morning before everybody else gets here, so they can walk up a little bit safer. And oh my goodness, our front slide, it was a slide. It wasn't our front ramp was just a slide. It was just an ice slick all the way up and down. So folks, be really, really careful. Your driveway is going to be almost the same, unless there's some snow on top of it. It's going to be slick.
There's just a fine crunch on top of the snow from the ice. And so my kids go to Wilton and they canceled today. I know there's a lot of other cancellations and delays and everything else. And it's, the other day I looked at the calendar too and I thought, whoa, it was the 18th. It's February 18th? Because it just seems like this winter has just been going on forever, like you said.
And it's weird because it wasn't that way for December and a good part of January, and then just all of a sudden it's nonstop.
Right.
Every week it's something new.
We're making up.
Yeah, we're making up for all that lost time there. So what's new with Muscatine County Conservation? You guys are gearing up for summer, right?
We are gearing up for summer. We have a lot of programs that are coming up. I know the past couple of months we've had different staff people in here talking to you about some of the big projects that we've been doing. The cabins are still on schedule for spring. The new addition to Discovery Park with the shelters and the playground, that's still all on for starting in the springtime. We've got a lot of really, really cool projects going on. So
awesome.
Really excited about that.
One thing about the Discovery Park, I actually saw somebody mentioned it on, I think, Muscatine Discussion, I think on Facebook there. They were wanting to know how to reserve the shelter down there. Do you know anything about that?
At Discovery Park or Fuller Park?
I think Fuller.
Fuller
that's what they decided.
is the city.
That's that'd be Parks and Rec. Okay.
Yep.
But Discovery Park would be through you guys, right?
Yep. Discovery Park is through us, and we have the really big shelter that's near the restrooms and the nature center, and then there's going to be a new shelter and restrooms kind of in that addition area where. Do you remember the old county home used to be?
Vaguely.
Yeah. It's about 15 acres. Connected to us, so it brings Discovery to about 100.
Wow,
105 or so, somewhere around there. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. Our little urban oasis.
Really cool. Yeah, no kidding. So you guys are gearing up with that. That's going to be coming, and then summer programs, right? Like for the kids.
We have summer programs. We just finished Hunter Education last weekend, actually, and so we won't have another Hunter Education class until the fall. But there are other Hunter Education classes in different counties surrounding us.
And as long as you do it in Iowa.
Yes.
Right. As long as you do the Iowa one, you're going to be set for Iowa.
Right. You can do it anywhere in Iowa. It's all the same curriculum, same questions, same test, same booklet, all that stuff. But we are going to kind of gear up for our public programs. We like to do several public programs a month, and then our summer nature camps. Dave and I have been hard at work trying to get some of that stuff scheduled. And you and I were talking about the outdoor show happening. The Conservation Board will have a booth there.
Sweet. And
we'll have some of our live animals for people to touch, and there'll be a lot of other fun stuff there.
Who mentioned it the other day? I was talking to somebody. It might have been, maybe it was it Krista or maybe it was Hannah Howard. I can't remember who I was talking to, but they mentioned they weren't sure if there was going to be live animals, but you're saying that there is.
We have our live animals.
Oh, okay.
But I know in the past they've done they've had that zoo from Wapello.
Were you there live? Was the conservation board out there last year? Did you guys have live animals? Were you the ones with the salamanders and the toads and such? Okay, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking of.
Yes.
Is that okay?
I thought there was. There's a place somewhere around here, but somebody told me they had like a skunk and I don't remember what else. A big giant toad.
Oh, I do remember seeing that too, but I don't remember.
So I don't know if they're going to be there or not, but I don't know if maybe Friday.
Well, hey, stop out and find out. How about
that? We'll have some of our native animals, and who knows, you might find some other surprises there, too. So.
The salamander surprised the heck out of me, and I think I mentioned that to you before. I had no idea that those were native to our area. I'd never seen one before. I'd never seen those little, or it's not a newt, is it? Is it the newt, or is it a salamander?
The one that we have is a salamander.
It's a salamander.
But we do have newts in Iowa also.
That's so interesting, because, I mean, I lived right across the river in Illinois, and the only thing that I ever came across was toads and frogs and tree frogs and stuff like that. I never saw any like lizards or salamanders. Or salamanders lizards or amphibians?
Amphibians. But we also have lizards in Muscatine County too.
No kidding.
We have race runners, down in Fruitland. So everybody calls the island. It's very sandy down there. And so that's prime habitat for the six-lined race runner. Okay. And they're really fun they're really fast little tiny lizards, and they're really racy race runner, that's kind of how that all worked out, but they're really cool.
Yeah, the first time I ever saw one in person when we went down to like I think it was Kentucky. We were down there, and we were just standing at a state building for looking at pamphlets and stuff about where places to visit. And then all of a sudden, I see this little critter come running out, ran right across my foot. And I was like, "The heck is that?" I'd never seen one up close and personal before, so it was really cool.
Was it a lizard or a salamander?
It was definitely a lizard because I caught him. I got a hold of him and held on to him, and he wasn't like afraid. I don't know what, he just kind of sat in my hand and looked at me, and he looked like just a little just Geico gecko almost.
Yeah.
Kind of looked
probably him, some sort of a race runner.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Lizard.
I just had no idea that those were this close in here in Iowa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, people don't see them a lot just because they're in kind of those native areas, and less disturbed areas. So we've got a lot of disturbed habitat around here. So sometimes you got to go a little bit out, backcountry or, areas that you might be able to find them. So, so we will be at the River City Outdoor Show. We'll have some of our live critters.
Awesome.
Don't know who's on the agenda for coming. It kind of depends on who's shedding or not shedding. Sometimes depending on, some of our snakes. If they're shedding, we don't like to use them for programs just because they are, they have the scales over their eyes and they can't see, and it's kind of uncomfortable. Like if you've ever had a sunburn before, they're itchy and their skin is kind of peeling. And
so let them rest while they're.
We let them rest while they're shedding. Yep.
Gotcha.
So
when is that? When is the outdoor show?
March 9th.
March 9th. Oh wow!
So what is that? A couple weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Three Saturdays.
8 days till February's over, and then 9 more for that. So that's just a couple weeks. Just a couple weeks and a few days.
Are you guys going to be covering?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain. I need to talk to. I know that he's called Scooter, and it's Scott Richardson. Scott Richardson. I need to get him out here because I think he helps coordinate the whole thing. If I understand. So I need to get a hold of him. Scott, if you're listening, give me a call 563-263-8600. Love to hear from you because we'd love to get you on to talk about that. We're very excited again for the outdoor show. It was a lot of fun last year.
Yeah.
I went out and took a peek around, and again I think I said when I spoke to someone last about it, I bought one of those little itty bitty little duck calls. That's just like a squeaker almost.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you wear them on the necklace. Friends of mine had them when we were in college, and I never got a hold of one. So I got one. I've since lost it. I don't know what the heck happened to it.
We're going to have to go back and get another one.
Yeah, that's just what I'm hoping for. So I'm very excited for the outdoor show. Can't wait. Can't wait.
I think I'll probably be out there a little bit too. Usually it works out that I have programming or am working the nature center, and so Dave usually goes, but I think we'll both be out there for a little bit anyways.
Excellent.
This Saturday,
Excellent.
The River City Outdoor Show. And then we're going to be doing a craft program, a nature craft program on the next Saturday. So on March 16th at 10 o'clock. It's a completely free program. We'll do all kinds of nature-y crafts, maybe some upcycled recycling crafts,
Okay.
Maybe some extra kits that we have left over from other projects, kind of like a whole extravaganza. So everybody
Gotcha.
can come. Kids bring a parent, and it'll be fun for all. And that starts at 10 o'clock. And then the next week, I'm telling you, March is always really, really busy for us. But the trout release is going to happen
Oh,
again.
that's right.
On the 22nd, it's a Friday. Usually we do the trout release on a Friday in the spring and then a Saturday in the fall in October.
Which body of water?
Discovery Pond?
Discovery Pond. Okay,
Right.
I didn't want to say that and be wrong. So it's Discovery Pond.
It is Discovery
I
Pond.
got to get out there and watch that happen. We've stocked ponds before, whatever. But
If you want to come and help, you
Ooh.
can come and help. You can take the nets down and dump them. And
that kind of sounds like fun.
Yeah.
You need to keep me up to date on that. I will definitely. I think I'd definitely be interested in coming down and doing that. That'd be a lot of fun.
you could live broadcast while you're flopping
I can
fish in
only
the pond.
imagine that is going to be. It's a lot of fish, right?
It's usually around 1,000.
That's
yeah.
insane. That's
So
crazy.
we use big tubs and just big nets, 5-gallon buckets. Sometimes we use our golf cart and put because they scoop them out. It's the Iowa DNR scoops them out. I don't know, 15, 20 fish at a time in these big buckets, and we drive them around to different parts of the pond, so they're not all
They're not all trying to crowd
going
one
out,
spot.
in one spot. And usually there's people that are around the pond too, in different spots. So we don't want to just dump them all out for somebody sitting right
There's a
here.
couple people just tossing out
Here we
right where all
go.
the fish are going. Yeah.
Can I just? Well, and people always ask that too. Can you just put those right in my bucket? No, you have to actually catch them. But
That's the sportsmanship of it, right?
yeah, at that point though, they're really pretty easy to catch. I mean,
Yeah, because they're just floundering, whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
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 Exciting. That's going to be really cool.
Yeah, and then we're going to take a weekend off. I know, believe it. Hard to believe, right? Oh.
Muscatine is canceled. No school today. Is that L&M too, maybe? He'll come back and tell us. But
Yeah.
Muscatine schools are canceled. Tim just gave us the signal through the window. So, folks, if you've got kids going to Muscatine Community School Districts, you are canceled for today. Man, I'm not surprised, and I'm kind of glad because it seems dicey out.
The
It
ice.
seems really dicey.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back to what we were talking
Back
about.
to
Sorry.
us. Back to us.
You're taking a weekend off.
We're taking a weekend off, and then we have a training called Growing Up Wild, and this is a training for early childhood educators. You may have talked to some of the other people that work with the early childhood educators and the Extension Office. It's actually co-sponsored with the Extension Office. So it is April 6th, and you do sign up online. We have an event on our Facebook page. Anybody that's listening, go to our Facebook page, like us. You'll stay up to date with all of our programs, all of our activities. Be the first to find out when we have our summer nature camps posted and so forth. And that's Muscatine County Conservation Board.
Okay.
That's our Facebook page. We're trying to grow it, and I don't know if you do a whole lot with marketing, but sometimes, I don't know. We need more people to like us. Get the word out, right?
Absolutely, because because someone just the simple fact of liking it's going to get you all that information. Every
Right.
time they post, something's going to pop up. You're going to see it in your newsfeed. You're going to scroll past it. As so much as just even seeing it, it's a great thing that you guys like this early childhood one for the what's it called?
It's Growing Up Wild.
Growing
So
Up Wild.
it-
That's going to be a cool thing for
It
kids
is.
to get out
It's
and do.
all about activities that early childhood providers, ages 3 through 7, can do with their kids, and they teach about turkeys, spiders. I mean, all of that kind of outdoor stuff, and it's awesome stuff.
I do know that, and it's just it makes me think. There's kids that grow up that there's videos of. You can go and see them. I've seen 1,000 of them on Facebook. People like Thanksgiving time. You see people take a turkey and stuff a chicken in there, and then have their kids open it up and pull the chicken out, and they think it's a baby turkey.
Really?
Yeah, that's on. Yeah, you can see those. They don't even know. They don't even know that turkeys lay eggs. It's insane.
Oh,
it's
my
just
goodness.
crazy that some people it's just stuff they don't know.
Right, right.
So it's definitely a big deal for
Well,
kids to get involved in that kind of stuff
And even if the parents aren't necessarily nature-oriented people, bring your kids to our programs, because I can tell you there are things that I'm not comfortable with, and I'm like, you know what? To another parent, this is your thing right here. You are fishing, for example. I am not a great fisher person. I'm not. So I'm going to want somebody like my dad who's been fishing for, how old? I'm not going to say his age online, but so many years. Mm-hmm. Hey, Dad, will you take the kids fishing? Mm-hmm. Because whatever. Yep. So if parents don't like going creek stomping, or they don't like snakes, or, the slimy, the spiders, the nature-y things, bring them to us. That's what we do,
Yeah. So, and, because like when growing up, I have a healthy fear of spiders and such.
Oh no! You gotta come and we will get you unspider.
Listen,
feared.
I like to look at them. I don't want to touch them. I could care less about that. I just too many bad experiences running through cornrows and ended up with one of the corn spiders on your face. The bright yellow ones.
Oh, garden spiders.
I think is that it? The really big ones with the yellow and the black all over them. Man, I've caught a couple of those right on my face running through cornfields before. Just
everybody has their thing, their nature thing that freaks them out, whether it's a spider or a snake or a bat or whatever it happens to be. I think that's probably pretty normal.
Yeah, and I look at I love to look at like the funnel spiders that have the like build up. We went out. I've been out a couple of times to a couple lakes, and if there's big rocky areas around the lakes, you'll see like 100 of those little funnel spiders with their little with their nests dug down in. So I'll go out there and you put a piece of grass on the edge of it and you make it twang a little bit, and it'll come running out and look at you, and then run back down. But
I've never done that before.
Just so you can get to look at them. As soon as they come running out. Of course, I jump back so I can watch, but man, it's they're interesting. But I like to keep a safe distance from the spiders.
Yeah.
Snakes, not so much a big problem. You can see snakes for the most part, unless you're reaching your hand up underneath something. That's another thing kids need to learn.
Yeah, they do.
That you need to be careful when you're, reaching underneath even your car, or, you're playing outside underneath the house, rolls underneath the deck.
Holes in trees.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to be, good. It's a good thing for kids to get a little bit of experience with all of that.
Right.
All that.
Then we have a very exciting program, and it is, I don't know, this one probably you would be interested in. It's a mushroom foray. So we're going to have a specialist come from the Prairie States Mushroom Club, and he's going to come down to Salisbury, and we're going to go out and we're going to look for edible mushrooms.
The morels? Or is there more than the
There's
morels?
more than just the morels. Now, I'm not an expert in this, so that's why we're bringing in the experts. So it's going to be a really amazing program. So the agenda kind of is everybody will meet at Salisbury Lodge at 10 o'clock. Bring a sack lunch, because we will have a sack lunch time period. And so 10 o'clock we'll go out and we'll foray. We will look for the mushrooms with our expert, and then bring everything back, and then we'll have our lunch. He's actually going to cook up some of those mushrooms for us. So it should be. I don't know what kind of mushrooms besides morels we could find out there.
Yeah, I've never. I learned don't eat anything you don't recognize
when
you're out there.
But there are actually a lot of mushrooms out there that people think they can't eat that they can. Mm-hmm. So and then he'll go over a formal program at 1 o'clock, and we should finish up around 2 or 2:30. So and it's completely free.
That's awesome.
And we have somebody that knows their stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited about it because, like I said, I can sometimes. I'm not very good at finding the morel mushrooms. They're so camouflaged.
They are. They're really tricky.
They're really kind of hard to find sometimes because they blend in.
And you never know where you're going to find them. There is no set spot for those morels. They are sneaky. And now my grandpa used to take us all of the time. He would take us out oh my gosh, 5, maybe 6 of us grandkids at a time go out there. And he was like, he had a couple rules. One, don't be too loud because the mushrooms can hear you. And that was they'll hide from you. Now that sounds like the fish are going to hide if you're too loud, kind of while you're in the boat kind of thing.
Well, he probably just wanted to have that quiet time.
Yeah.
Out in nature.
I think that was probably the case. But so it was, and it's tricky. They're not. So the first place we always look, by any dead logs, any stumps, anything on the ground, because that's the natural habitat.
People say elm trees.
Yeah, elm trees. Really,
elm or dead. Yeah, I think it's dead elm trees.
We just normally look for the dead trees, or then the May apples. May apples are always a good indicator that there could be some. I've found a bunch right on the edge of a big May apple like a big group of it, and you just run up on right on the edge of it where there's still a little bit of sunlight, and then they're going to be out of the sunlight for part of the day, stuff like that. Ooh, man, I found bunches on the edge of the
hopefully,
I'm giving away all my secrets.
No, I was going to say, hopefully he'll be able to tell us some of those secrets because a lot of people do go out to Salisbury and like I said, and even when we're out there with field trips with kids and stuff, and it's the May season or late April season, and we're like, okay, keep your eyes open, but you got to really have you're looking at brown on brown.
Yeah.
So you're like, whoa, I completely walked right past that.
Yeah,
but I think kids are a lot better at picking up on some of that stuff, don't you?
Well, I think it's just because they're closer to the ground. That's what I
right.
decided. I'm so far. My head's always getting bashed by tree limbs and stuff like that. I got
watching out for sticks poking you in the eye.
But man, that's a lot of fun. I love that mushroom hunting. And so it'll be interesting to see what other kinds there are that you can eat off. Because I wonder if there's any you can eat off of trees. I don't know really what qualifies them as poisonous versus safe to eat.
You got to come. Put it on your calendar. May 4th, 10 o'clock.
May 4th.
Yep.
Do that.
Call us. Get your name on the list. I have an email in with him right now to figure out what our number is because we have a lot of people that are interested in it.
Okay.
So I don't know how many people we can
get on the list early. Then.
How many people we can take out on a hike looking for mushrooms without trampling over everything too at the same time.
Scaring them all off.
We got to be quiet for that, right? And then I don't know how we're doing on time.
Let's talk about what do you got? One more thing?
Oh gosh, I got lots more things. I'll talk really quick. We have a canoe kayak try-it program May 19th. That's going to be down at Deep Lakes. And then we are going to be doing our fishing seminar on June 8th. Let's see. With the Derby. So we've been doing it for 39 years. This will be the 39th year.
Okay.
And then our summer nature camps are starting on June 3rd, which now I realize the kids are going to be in school still June 3rd.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. But they can't add any more days anymore, I don't think. I think they've hit their max. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think whatever date they've set, this is going to be the last one.
We actually waited until the second week to start the older kid nature camp, so June 10th. But June 3rd would be our younger kids, 18 months to 3. So we figured they would be not in school anyways, even if, But we're going to be doing 3-day classes, and we're going to have some really cool topics. And also, I keep going. 2-for-1 camping's back this year out of Salisbury.
What's that?
Buy one, get one.
No kidding.
Yes, and we're going to do 2 of those a month. So It looks like it's going to be the first and the third weekends of the month out at Salisbury. You buy one night, Friday night, and then you get Saturday night for free. And then you check out on Sunday. So you got a whole weekend of camping for half the price.
Now, is that like RV camping, or is that...
At Salisbury, that's everything.
Everything?
We do, sweet. Yep. So we have primitive camping with no electricity, and then we also have the... where an RV or a pop-up or something could hook up to electricity, and a place for water and a dump station and showers and all of that fun stuff. So 2-for-1 is back twice a month. And we're hoping April 19th and 20th will be the first buy one, get one. So now, if we keep having weather like this, that might be the first weekend we can open camping.
Gosh.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, let's hope not.
But tons of stuff. Go to our website, muscatinecountyconservation.com. Our Facebook page, Muscatine County Conservation Board. Nature Center's open 7 days a week for visitors. Free to come in. We have all those live animals, cool exhibits, all kinds of stuff. So
excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming in this morning, Michelle. I'm glad you're actually able to get here safe and sound.
Yeah, me too.
It's rough out, but we better wrap up. So thanks so much, Michelle, for joining us this morning. Always a pleasure to get to talk to you.
Thank you.
All right, Michelle Burns joining us from the Muscatine County Conservation Board to tell us about all the things that they're going to be up to coming up as we finally get out of winter here before too long. They're going to be busy March, April, May, June, you name it, they're going to be busy. So be sure to check them out, Facebook, their website, everything like that. This is Moving Forward, brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. Remember, before you buy almost anything, you try it first, right? So why not internet, TV, and phone service? With MockLink, you can try it before you buy it. A whole month of any new service on MP&W. Details at mpw.org. I'm Jordan Davis from Moving Forward and the voice of Muscatine.com.
This has been Moving Forward on KWPC AM 860 FM 95.1, the voice of Muscatine. Moving Forward is brought to you by MPW Digital TV and Mocklink Internet, a designated Blue Zones worksite. Browse to mpw.org. And remember, Moving Forward. Local guests making good things happen in the community. Weekdays at 8:15.